Hello, everybody. Welcome back to one of my Verbling classes. It's good to be here. It's about mid-morning for me here in Costa Rica. For some of you, it may be night. For others, it may be about middle of the afternoon, but we'll see. Let's see. Hi, Ayat, and hi, Unai. How are you guys doing? Let's see. Amar, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Good, good. I remember you. I remember that Subaru.
Yeah, your brother has a Subaru.
Yeah, my brother has a Subaru. Good memory. Let's see. Are you from? Let's see. The name that or the what's coming to my memory is it's either Iran or it's Saudi Arabia. Are either of those correct?
Yeah, I'm from Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. Okay, cool.
Yeah. King
cool.
Abdullah. Yeah.
Awesome. So how are things going? How's the day today?
How is that?
How is the day today? Is it pretty late right now there in Saudi Arabia? About 7 o'clock?
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And what did you do today? Is today your weekend?
Yes, the last day in making.
Okay, the last day of the weekend. And what did you do for your weekend?
Actually, I go to with some children in trip. We play football, soccer. We call it soccer, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
very cool.
yeah, and yesterday I go to my me and my brother and my some friend play PlayStation, FIFA.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
A lot of people around the world really love playing FIFA. It's a pretty cool game. I've never played it myself, but I don't play too many video games. Is all.
Actually,
really.
I play Call of Duty.
Okay, yeah, I played Call of Duty a few times before. Very cool. Let's see who we've got here. Okay, and welcome back to class, Amar. Let's see, Anastasia, how are you?
I'm doing fine. What about you?
I'm doing really good. And let's see, Anastasia, I know that picture is not you. We talked about that last time.
Yes.
You're not the one that studies Polish, are you?
Nope.
You don't study Polish, okay. All right. Oh, that's Lamia. Okay, so let's see. Anastasia. What's your job? Well, what do you do? Let's see if that helps me remember your country.
English tutor and
tennis
coach.
Yeah, and tennis coach. Okay, so you're from Kazakhstan.
Yes, exactly.
There we go. Awesome. Great.
Great job.
Welcome back to class. How you doing?
Yeah. Well, actually, really exciting. Also about just Spanish. We have on Verbling Spanish classes here, and I started learning Spanish even right now. Before an hour ago, I studied it. So I'm kind of excited. Yeah, and also you motivate me to do this one.
Great.
You also speak Spanish.
Yeah, I'm thinking about applying to teach Spanish classes, but I don't know. I don't know if I feel confident enough teaching that language as I do in teaching English. But we'll see. I'll see if I can.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't have any like certifications or anything like that for doing it. I've just learned the language, and I don't know if that's enough to be able to teach others. But we'll see. Anyway, welcome back to class.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. We've got Ayat. It's Ayat, right?
Ayat, yes.
There we go.
Teacher. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. And let's see. Looking at your eyes here, what color are your eyes? Are they like are they brown or they're like green? Okay, they look really awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. And then with your I don't know if it's called a headscarf.
Hijab.
That's what I would call it. What's it called?
Hijab.
Hijab. Okay. Yeah, it looks really awesome. Now, I don't remember if we discussed what you do and where you're from. I remember you in my class, but I'm trying to remember. Okay, so Ayat, what do you do for work? Let's see if this helps me remember.
I'm not working. I'm student. I'm
You're a
studying.
student? And and what do you study?
At biology.
Biology.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so Ayat studying biology. Last
I'm
name
from
is
Algeria.
Algeria. Okay, so Ayat studying biology from Algeria. Okay, I'll try and remember that. Well, let's see. What do you like to do? What are your hobbies?
My hobbies is to study English.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so hobbies studying English. All right, I'll work on that. Welcome back to class. Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome. Let's see. Herdenson, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Awesome. Great. I remember you. I believe you're a school teacher, right? From
Yes.
It's either Brazil or is it Brazil?
No,
Or
it's
is
in,
it Dominican?
it's in South America, but it's in Colombia.
Colombia. Dang. I thought it was Brazil or Dominican, but that's okay. All right. So and you're a teacher. And what is it that you teach? Do you teach English or is it physical education? I think it was one of the two.
I teach biology, actually.
I was way off. Okay. All right. So next time, to make me feel better, just say yes. Yes, teacher, you're right. No, I'm just messing. Okay, so biology. Okay, cool. And Harrison from Colombia, what do you like to do for fun? What are your hobbies?
Well, I like to play soccer a lot.
Okay.
And also I spend my free time, watching TV series.
Oh,
in
really?
English.
Do you happen to like The Walking Dead?
Yes, awesome.
Yeah, that's what I like. Oh man, I'm so excited. This season is getting so good. Whew. It's very cool.
Watch the Game of Thrones.
I haven't seen the Game of
Spartacus.
Thrones. And what's that last one? Oh, Spartacus. I haven't seen that one either. Are they pretty good?
Yes, Breaking Bad, awesome.
Breaking Bad is awesome. I like that. Yeah. Have you seen Dexter?
Dexter, no. Yes, I had seen a couple of chapters. But not the total series.
It's not for everybody. It's a little the filming is a little strange, but it starts to grab you. Yeah, it's a really good show. And then the other show that me and my wife are starting to watch now is it's called The Following. And The Following is about a serial killer. Okay, a serial killer that 9 years ago he gets caught and he killed 9 women. Right, so he killed 9 women, and he's a fanatic of Edgar Allan Poe. Now, Edgar Allan Poe writes about death, and those were his poems from the early 1800s or something like that. I can't remember exactly. So anyway, he creates this cult following of other serial killers from around the United States that then now break him out of jail, and they start killing for him. It's crazy, and it has Kevin Bacon in it. It's a new TV show. If you get a chance, I go to a website that's called ProjectWatchTV.com or something like that, and I can watch all the TV shows I want for free. And I go there, and it's called The Following. If you want a really good show to watch, that's a really good one.
The Following.
Yeah, The Following.
Is the first season?
Yeah, this is the first season. I thought it was really, really good. So, yeah, check it out. All right, very cool. Welcome back to class, Harrison. Let's see. Let's go to Kubra. How you doing, Kubra?
I am fine. Thank you. What about you?
I'm doing really good. And do you know how you did on your tests?
Test?
Yeah, I know you had 2 tests, but do you know if
I did see. I didn't see test. Which test?
you had 2 tests this week, and one I believe was yesterday or the day before that. You had 2 tests right in a row, and I was asking how everything went. Do you know if you did well on your tests?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, let me type it in here, and then I'll have you look it up. I'll type it in the chat box. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so that's my question. I typed it in the chat box. Take a look at that question and then get back with me. Okay, I want to know if you did well on your tests at school. Okay.
I can't. Your message. I can't see your message.
Okay, it looks you're probably not in Verbling chat. Let me put it in this other one.
Evet, I think. Unfortunately.
Okay, so there you go. Did you do well on your tests? Okay, so look at that. Look at what that means, and then get back with me. Okay. All right. Welcome back to class. Okay, Gra?
Okay, thank you.
All right, Maria, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking me. Yeah.
Excellent. And Maria, I don't think you've been in one of my classes before.
Yeah, I have been in 12. Yeah, I have been in 12 of your classes. I think 2 or 3.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah.
All right. Did you have you changed your picture recently?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, that may be it. So, okay, Maria, remind me then. Where are you from?
I'm from Colombia, and I am a petroleum engineer, and I am looking for a job. Today we are.
I
remember you.
Yeah. Okay.
We
you
are
did change your picture.
celebrating. Yeah, I have changed my picture.
Okay. Yeah. Before you were using your video cam, right?
Yeah.
There we go. That's why, because that's how I recognize you from before. Okay, so Maria from Colombia, petroleum engineer.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And so how's everything going? You're about what? It's what, noon or 1 o'clock there in Colombia right now?
Yeah. And today we are celebrating the International Women's Day.
Women's Day. Yes, we also in Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Are you celebrating the International Women's Day, Chad?
Yes.
I am now. I knew I knew about it. We were talking about it yesterday, but
Okay.
I'm working today, obviously. But yeah, I don't know if they do that here in Costa Rica or not. I'm not. I don't have TV, and so I don't get the news that often, and so I'm kind of in my own little world.
Bubble.
Yeah, if I don't see you guys are probably more connected than I am. Every once in a while, I jump on CNN International and check out what's going on in the world. And I knew it was International Women's Day, so happy Women's Day to all the women that are here.
Thanks.
Congratulations! And what are you doing to celebrate International Women's Day, Maria?
Okay, a bunch of my friends called me and said, "Hey, Happy Women's Day," and maybe at night we are gonna have dinner.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I know I'm gonna take my wife out tonight. She's been working really hard this week, and so we were gonna go out together as a family, but we're gonna go out on a family date tomorrow. But tonight, me and my wife are gonna go out and have dinner, and I don't know. We may go see a movie. We may have a nice walk around downtown and see what there is to see. So yeah. That's what I'm gonna be doing. So I'm gonna be celebrating my woman. So that it'll be fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Very cool. Well, welcome back to class, and
Okay.
I'll try and memorize your name here, Maria Jose. Okay.
Okay.
Very
thank
cool. All right, welcome back. And let's see, Rosa Maria, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
All right, now, let's see. I do remember your picture. Rosa, are you from? You're from Spain, correct?
Correct.
And are you from the south of Spain?
Of course.
Okay. And are you the chemist?
No.
Dang it. Okay. What's your profession? What do you do, Rosa?
I am a children's teacher.
Ah, that's what it is. Okay, got it. All right. So I remember the picture. Spain and south of Spain. We spoke about that. Okay, but you are a children's teacher. Excellent. Okay, and how's the day been for you?
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
Yeah. How has your day been today? Has everything gone okay? Have you had a good day?
Yes, a normal day.
A normal day. Okay. All right. Very cool. Well, welcome back to class. Okay, Rosa.
Sí.
All right. Let's see who else we got. Unai, how are you?
I'm fine. Hello.
Hi. How you doing, man? Now, Unai, I always get confused when I see your name because I think I immediately think that the name is from Brazil. Now, are you from Brazil? Is that correct? That's not correct, is it?
It's not correct.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, so Unai Amado. Let's see. The next country that comes into my mind is Chile. Are you from Chile?
No.
Dang it! What's going on here? All right. See, and I told you. I know I'm very bad today. Your name is very confusing to me. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Third try. Are you from Spain?
Yes, from Basque country.
Okay, from Basca.
Yes.
Is it Basca or Bascao?
It's Basco.
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 Okay.
Yes.
Take my
But
advice.
it's in Spain. It's in Spain as well.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Excellent. And how's your day been today?
It's fine.
Yeah?
I was studying English and now I want to speak little English.
Very cool. Very cool. And so what are your hobbies? What do you like to do? Are you a video game player?
Not too much. Only football game players.
Okay.
And then I play futsal. Futsal, not football. Do you know futsal? It's football,
No.
but only with 5 players. Indoor.
Oh, yeah.
No.
In Argentina, they called it. What do they call it? I think canchita. It's like just a smaller field, and you play with a smaller amount of players. It's like indoor soccer. So you call it
Yes.
futsal?
Futsal. Yes.
Futsal.
Futsal.
Okay, cool. Interesting. I didn't know that. Nice. Very cool, man.
Yes.
Well, welcome back to class.
Thank you.
Let's see. We have Abdul here. How you doing, Abdul?
Yeah, I'm doing very well. Thanks, teacher.
Excellent. Now, Abdul, you're from Pakistan, and you are a recruiter, right?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Now, Abdul, what's your hobbies? What do you like to do for fun in your free time?
As always, I want to seduce some woman.
Say that one more time.
I always want to seduce some woman.
Seduce? Are you kidding me?
You always want to seduce some woman. Okay, so that's your hobby. All right. All right, very cool. All right, so Kubra, to answer your question, you had told me that you took 2 tests last week, and I'm typing this in, was asking you how well you did. Okay, so that's where that question came from, Kubra. You were the one that told me that you took a couple tests, and so I was responding and asking how things went. Okay, tests would be exams, and I believe we had 2 of them for accounting. Okay. All right, you guys. Let's get into our lesson for this hour. We are going to be talking about video game violence. Okay. Now, do we have any video game players, like extreme video game players? I know. Let's see. Ahmad, you told me that you like to play video games. Does anyone else like to play video games in class?
Well, when I was a kid,
Okay.
I just play video games. Now I don't play computer games or video games.
All right. I play games every once in a while. But if I ever have downtime, I usually sit down and play some music or whatnot. I rarely go back to playing video games. But I do have some friends that play a lot of video games. Yeah, say that again.
And they're just like gamers.
Yeah, they call them gamers. They call them gamers, and so they play video games a lot. And for me, I it's not the best use of time, but I guess some people might say that about how much that I play music or how much I go and do other things. So yeah, I just shared the link with you all in the chat box. Okay, so we're going to go through and do some reading. The reason why I wanted to bring this up is that some people, if you've been paying attention to the news lately in the United States. Yeah, what's up?
Okay, when people is called a hardcore gamer, it's referred to what?
A hardcore gamer would probably be someone that lives their life to play games. So they may ditch school, or they may not go into work so that they can play video games.
Okay.
So it's almost like they're addicted to it. And when I was in the U.S., I worked at a rehabilitation center, and honest to goodness, there was a kid that came in. He was 16 years old, and he tried to kill his parents with a knife. Okay, honestly, he tried to kill his parents with a knife because they told him to get off of a video game that he was playing, and he wouldn't. And so they cut the power to the room where he was at. They flipped the breaker, and so he had no power. And so he got so upset, he grabbed a knife and he tried to kill his parents. And so he would be considered a hardcore gamer. And yes, it is pretty sad that, in my opinion, that parents would let it get to that point that they're letting their child do that. Only play video games all day long and not do anything else. It's like, what are you thinking? And really, in my opinion, too much of one thing is always bad. Okay, we're always suggested in books, in personal progress books and whatnot, to have moderation in all things. And if you're doing too much of one thing and you're ignoring your family, or you're ignoring friends, or you're ignoring work, or you're ignoring your diet, or things like that, too much of one thing can be bad for you. So anyway, in the United States, we've had a lot of mass shootings where people have gotten guns and then either gone to schools, gone to public places, and started shooting people. And in many instances, people have died. And so one of the theories that people have in the U.S., or scientists or psychologists have, is that one of the reasons for this, besides mental illness and a pure hatred for other people, is video games and violence in video games, and then violence in TV and movies, right? And so that's why I wanted to bring this up, to see if you guys really think that it affects people in certain ways. Should we tone it down, or what can be done? So I wanted to read about it a little bit and discuss it with you guys. Cool.
I have one question.
Sure.
Do you call it like soft core gamers? Can you call that? Other people like who just not play very often.
You can call them like recreational gamers.
Okay.
So that would be like, yeah, play for fun. Like myself, when I was living in the United States, my brother and I lived with my brother, and he had a PS3, and maybe once a month we'd get a pizza and go rent a video game and spend a few hours playing a video game. It's like kind of going to a movie. So we are like low level. We like to have fun, but honestly, I do have friends that they go to work and then they go home and they play video games. All right, and I'm like, get a girlfriend. I mean, whatever. It's like Abdul here. That's his main hobby. He wants to go seduce a woman. To me, that's natural. I mean, if you're alone, go find someone to be with. Why play video games? But anyway, that's just me.
That's so funny.
All right, so let's practice.
I have a comment.
Yeah, go for it, Rosa.
Okay, in this moment I am a volunteer in Red Cross.
Oh, great.
Yes, and I am in the high school with teenagers, work this topic. Okay, we work the violence, and one point is this, the violence in video games.
And what do these students there or I guess what's the consensus? What do people believe there when you're talking about it there at the Red Cross?
It's very difficult to explain in English.
Okay, try, and I can help you out. If you need help with the word, say it in Spanish, and I can help you with the word.
Okay, it's the violence in general, and what point is that is the violence in video games, but we normally speak about other kind of violence, for example, bullying or cyberbullying.
Okay, so bullying and cyberbullying.
Yes.
Yeah, those are big issues as well.
Yeah, it's only three classes or three classes. But it's okay. The teenagers are enjoying a lot.
Yeah, they do enjoy it a lot, and I think part of it is, for some reason, they want to escape to another world. I don't know. It's this virtual world is it's a difficult one to understand. I mean, we're partaking in a virtual world right now to some degree, right? We're not all actually sitting in the same room. We can't touch each other. We can't shake hands. We can't give each other a hug afterwards and say, "Hey, see you later next time." But we try and make it as personable as possible, right? Okay, so let's do some reading, and we'll get into a little bit of a discussion as well. Okay, let's start off with Abdul, and we are going to go to since we're about halfway through the hour so far. I'm gonna skip over going over our vocabulary. Okay, you guys can go over these vocabulary words in your own time. If there is a word that you absolutely do not know, okay, please ask me, and I can explain it to the best of my ability to you. All right. So we're gonna go through and read and then answer some questions. Okay. So Abdul, let me have you read this first paragraph on the first page that starts out with many school age.
Okay. Many school children in the United States play video games for close to an hour a day. Almost 90% of the most popular video games contains violence, and much of it is extremely violent. In the United States, the video game industry rates games that contain violence or sexual images as M for mature audience. Researchers have discovered, though, that children as young as 7 years old have played these games.
Okay, good. Let's practice your V sound. The word is V, violence. Violence.
Violence.
Okay, so let's right now how you're pronouncing that V. You're starting off with a oo sound. Okay, what you want to do is you want to put your top teeth, these right here, on top of your bottom lip. Okay, violence.
Violence.
Okay, one more time. Make this sound for me. Okay, Abdul. We're gonna say Try that. Good. Okay, one more time. And we're going to say vi. Vi.
Vi.
There you go. Okay, one more time. We're going to say vio. Vio.
Vio.
Okay, all right. Now let's say this word. Okay, we're going to say violence.
Violence.
Okay, one more time. Make that good v sound. Violence.
Violence.
Good. Nice job. Okay, good. Now, that V may be hard for you to say, so you can practice that and work on the pronunciation there. Nice job. Let's see. Amar, let me have you read the next, not sentence, but paragraph, please.
Okay. In July to 2005, the state of
that's Illinois.
Illinois passed a law that made it illegal to sell or rent a video game containing violence or sexual image to anyone under 18 years of age. Those who break the law would face a year in prison of $5,000 fine. The video game industry was told to label this game as violent or sexually explicit. In 2006, this state's law was thrown out.
Okay. All right. So let's practice some of these words here. Okay. So look here on the screen. All right. So we have, first off, we have this word here. The word is past.
Past.
Okay. Good. All right. This word here is illegal.
Illegal.
Okay. Good. This word right here is containing.
Containing.
Okay, good. All right, this one right here is sexual.
Sexual.
Good. All right, and this let's practice this word right here. Okay, it's that X sound was a little difficult for you. Okay, this is sexually explicit.
Sexually explicit.
Good. Okay, and. Very good. There's some other phrases in there, but we can spend some time in another class practicing more on your pronunciation. Okay, good job. So here, what this is saying is that in the state of Illinois, which has a lot of violence there in their state, passed a law in 2005 that made it illegal for someone to sell or rent a video game to someone that's under the age of 18 years old. Okay, and then they turned around and repealed or threw out that law in 2006. They probably saw that it wasn't doing any good at all. All right. So next paragraph. For several years, Anastasia.
Okay. For several years, lawmakers in the USA tried to get video games labeling as past. They wanted violent video games to have a warning like cigarettes. The warning would say, warning, exposure to violent video games has been linked to aggressive behavior. Many parents and researchers support those efforts. They argue that children who play violent video games may act more violently in real life.
Good. All right. Let's practice this word right here. The word is lawmakers.
Lawmakers.
Okay. We're not going to pronounce that W. Okay. You had said law. The word would
law.
be law. Law.
Law.
Law.
Okay.
Lawmakers.
Okay. Okay. Lawmakers.
Good. Good. All right. And let's see. Good job with the word behavior. That sounded good and aggressive. Let's practice this word here. Researchers. Okay, we're going to add the accent at the very beginning. Researchers.
Okay. Researchers.
Excellent. Okay, and this word here would be exposure. So that S is going to make a J sound. Exposure.
Okay, exposure.
Good. Nice job. Okay. The next paragraph, please. Ayat.
Yes. Many bills related to video game violence have been rejected by American courts on the basis of free speech. Those who sell or rent games fight the bills and win. They think that parents, not video stores, should be responsible for what their children are doing or saying. In addition, no scientific study in the US has proved that video games lead to aggressive behavior.
All right, excellent pronunciations here. Nice job, Ayat. Very good, very good. Okay, let's go to our next paragraph, please.
One moment.
Yes.
What is the meaning of rejected?
Rejected, okay? Have been rejected. Okay, so many bills related to video game violence have been rejected by American courts. So that would mean that they were not allowed or not to be. They didn't look at them. They didn't consider them a viable bill. So people were sending in laws to be passed in the court system, and the American court said, no, we're not gonna accept these as law. Okay, we can also let me check and see what they put here. So as to be against, I guess would probably be the one that they're thinking of. Be against, not support. Let's see if I can go quicker. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's go to our last paragraph here, Harrison.
Yes. So, despite the lack of proof, many people blame gun violence in America on the video game industry. They think that the violence gaming cause antisocial behavior that may lead to mass shootings.
That'd be shootings.
Shootings. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In 2012, after the Sandy Hook Elementary School shootings, a U.S. senator said that the video games are a bigger problem than guns. The National Rifle Association, NRA, agreed. President Obama argued that there was no proof to this. However, he asked Congress to approve funding to conduct further studies. The president started, Congress should fund research on the effects violent video games have on young minds. We don't benefit from ignorance.
Okay, good. We don't benefit from ignorance. Great. Nice pronunciations there. Let's take a look at industry. Okay, so at the very beginning we have this word industry with the accent at the very beginning. Try that, please.
Industry.
Good, good. Other than that, your pronunciations were really good. Your ed endings were nice and solid. And then just remember, that word shooting. Okay.
Shooting.
Good. Nice job. Okay, you guys.
Is senator?
Senator, you can say senator and pronounce that T. In other cases, you could say senator. It just depends. The senator, yeah, I would say in most cases I would say senator and switch that T to a D sound. So a U.S. senator.
Yes.
But I don't know, senator, a U.S. senator. Either way would be fine there. I would say it's probably a 70% would actually say U.S. senator and actually pronounce that T because it's more of an official position. And when you add that D sound in there, it kind of makes it more jargony or more, I guess, street language-esque and so you want to make sure that you're pronouncing that that correctly to show respect for that position. Okay, so senator. But anyway, okay, you guys, let's go to our comprehension questions right over here to the right. Okay, you guys see this where it says comprehension here? Okay, and we have questions 1 through 5. Let's go to Kubra. Let me have you read question number 1, please.
How can someone in the USA know if a video game contains violence or sexual images? I don't know.
Okay, let's open that up to the classroom. Class, does anyone know how someone in the United States can find out if a video game contains violence or sexual images?
For the labels.
The labels, okay. What kind of label is on there?
It's an advertising that says it's a violence.
Yeah, it will usually have an M
warning.
Yeah, it has an M, which means mature. Okay, yeah. and then after that, it would state whether there's violence or sexual images there. Okay, so it's kind of a rating system. Okay, and let's see. Let's go to number 2, please. Maria Jose, number 2. All right, Maria, is your microphone muted? Okay, let's go to Rosa. Rosa, can you please read number 2, please, and answer?
What kind of law did the state of Illinois pass in 25 regarding video games?
That'd be 2005.
2005, sorry. Yes, it's a bill about the dangers of the video games in children.
Okay, and yeah, so that's right here. They passed a law, okay, that made it illegal to sell or rent video games. Okay, and do you remember what happened in 2006 after they passed that law?
Yes, you have to pay. I don't know this word in English. Multa?
That would be a fine.
You have to pay a fine about $500.
That'd be $5,000.
$5,000.
There you go. Okay. Good. Okay, and let's see, number 3, please. Unai.
Yes. Why do many parents support bills related to restricting and leveling violent video games? Because they think that children are more violent in real life.
Yeah, they think that it makes children more violent in real life when they see violence in video games. Okay. All right, and how about number 4, please, Abdul?
Okay. Why do many people who rent or sell video games think about bills related to video game violence? Because we rent or sell. I think they were rejected.
So those who rent and sell video games, what do they think about the video game violence? Do you think they're for or against bills that put restrictions on their profession?
They are against it.
They would be against it, and because it mainly affects how much money they're making, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and let's see. In number 5, please. Amar.
Okay. What did President Obama propose after the Sunday Hook elementary school shooting?
Okay, so what did President Obama propose after the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting? It's take a look at our last quote down here below.
To do research, no?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so he says here, Amar, let me have you read this last sentence starting right here until the end. Go ahead and read that, please.
Okay. The president state Congress should fund research on the effects violent video game have on young minds. We don't benefit from ignorancy.
That would be ignorance.
Ignorance.
Okay, one more time. Ignorance.
Ignorance.
All right, very good. Okay, so class, let's take a look at what's going on with my mouse here. All right, let's scroll down, and I believe we've got okay. So our debate questions here. All right, topic 1. All right, and this will be for starting off with Amr. Okay, let me. This question is for you. Okay, and it's going to be for you and Anastasia. Okay, this says, is it the responsibility of parents, not lawmakers, to decide which video games their children can play? Therefore, there should be no laws restricting the sale or rental of violent video games to minors. All right. So, are you for or against that? Do you, Amr, do you believe that it is the parents' responsibilities, or do you think there should be laws in place?
Yes, I am from Egypt.
Okay, and we're debating whether or not it is the responsibility of the parents or the lawmakers to control or to restrict the sale and rental of video games. Do you believe that it's the parents' responsibility or the government's responsibility?
Government.
Okay, and why? Excuse me. Why do you believe that it is the government's responsibility?
Because if it's games. So,
say that one more time. It's against what? Okay. Well, I didn't quite get your answer there. I'm going to go to Anastasia. Anastasia, what do you think? Is it the parents' responsibility or the government's responsibility?
Well, I think it's the responsibility of parents. You know, government can you know, I don't know how to say, just maybe forbid everything, but parents should control their children. You know, children. Well, people always want to get something forbidden, and if you just forbid for them to play such as games, anyways,
if you forbid them, if you just forbid them to.
Yes. If you just forbid them, they always to know how to get this, But I think parents should explain to their children how to use, why they should not to play violence games. You know, sometimes I saw some children who play violent games, and they just become really crazy. You know, if you just get away from them their games, they just have like crying, screaming, shouting, behave in a proper way. It just kind of like, you know, out of control. So I think it's the responsibility of their parents to control what their children to do.
Okay,
And
all right.
they should give some limits for their children. You know,
Okay.
it's time for just play, this time for studies, this time for relax, I don't know, this time for sport. So it's all about their responsibility of parents.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
All right. Now, does anybody in class have a dissenting opinion or a different opinion from what Anastasia said? Do you believe that the government should take sole responsibility in protecting and warning people about the video game violence?
Yes, I agree with Anastasia. I think the government have a general responsibility for the cells, but in your home, it's your responsibility. You have to control your children, your kids, in the use of these video games.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay, Abdul?
Actually, it's my opinion that it's a responsibility of both. It's a combination of both, from parents and the government, as well as, you know, the parents cannot control the children all the times. If they had a control on just at home, and children sometimes, you know, go to the shopping malls and play video games, or maybe some other places. So I think that the government has the equal responsibility to ban something, you know, very to bring some very restrict laws. So I think it's a responsibility of both parents and the government. It's a combination.
Okay. All right. Thank you for your comment. All right. Let's go to topic number 2 here. All right. This topic is violent video games have a very harmful effect on children and contribute to the increase in violence in our societies. All right. And let's go to Ayat. What is your opinion about the comment made in topic number 2?
I think the violence in video games are so harmful for the children because the long time in playing this video maybe affects her character and became and increase the aggressive behavior.
Okay. All right. Very good. Now, does anybody in class have a different opinion than what Ayat had said?
No, I think the children play the game and see the violent, and they want to try it in the real world.
They want to imitate that. I know when I was younger, there was a TV show on that was called G.I. Joes, right? And after I would watch this cartoon, I would go grab my guns and I would go into my backyard and I would play like I was a soldier, all right? And that's what I did. But those were cartoons. And though, yes, you saw people shooting guns and sometimes things exploded, I never saw people being shot. I never saw people, you know, getting their throat cut open and dying on a video screen, you know. And so it was a little different. And so I grew up with, you know, wanting to play with soldiers, wanting to play with guns, wanting to play sports and be competitive like that. But I think, in my opinion, video games kind of takes it to that next level where
hijack cars and kills
yeah,
people.
yeah, it's it may take it to that next level of intensity in life. I don't know. Okay, well let's take a look at another question here. We're going to go to Harrison. I'm going to go up to where it says discuss it here. Okay, now it says here on number 1. Children's TV programs, comic books, and movies often contain violence. Do you think that violent video games have any different impact on children than these other forms of entertainment? What do you think, Harrison?
In my point of view, it's the same.
Yeah,
the children learn everything about comics, TV programs, and video games.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Rosa. And what do you think, Harrison?
I think the certain way it's affect the behavior of the kids, because they are growing. You know, they are being person, and they are feeding with this violence. In any moment, they're gonna express these feelings.
Yeah, I know with my son is 8 years old, and before, when he was about 5 or 6, he used to watch the Power Rangers. I don't know if you guys remember that annoying show, but yeah, he liked to watch the Power Rangers, and after watching that, he would jump all over the place, and he like destroyed our furniture, and so we're like, all right, no more Power Rangers, and he kicked and screamed and cried at first. And then we're like, okay, we're done. And now he's actually a more calm individual. So I've seen effects of that by taking away certain types of programming that show the flips and the kicks and the all that stuff. Because I'm just like, okay, relax a little bit. We can go out and play soccer. We can go and play on the playground. And he's got hordes of energy. Just massive amounts of energy. So we take him to the park, and he runs around, goes on the swings and everything like that, and it's much better, in my opinion, for me. Let's see. Okay, number 2, and this is for Kubra. Kubra, do you think that a future study will prove that video game violence leads to aggression and antisocial behavior? Okay, let's go to Rosa. What do you think about number 2, Rosa? Do you think that that a future study will prove that video game violence leads to aggression and antisocial behavior?
Maybe, can be possible. Why not?
Okay, and why do you think that?
Yes, the violence is learned by the people, and it's normal. Yes.
Okay, and does anybody have a different opinion of what they may what a study may come up with?
No, actually, you didn't need a study to prove the video game have effect violent to the children, because you see it in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you didn't need someone to tell you this game make your children violent.
Now, do you think that it causes this effect in all people? So, for example, I don't consider myself a violent person. I'll defend myself, and I used to get in fights when I was younger, when I was a teenager. But so now I don't go out looking for a fight. If someone pushes me the wrong way, I'm not going to fight them. I'm going to try and talk through a situation. But if they try and attack me, or if they try and hurt my family, I'm definitely going to defend myself, and I'll do it happily, and I will win. But do you think that normal people can play video games and be okay? It's like every once in a while I would go and play a video game. I don't then have the desire to go grab a gun and shoot someone. Okay, do you think most people are like that, and the people that actually go and harm people, it's a very small amount? What do you guys think about that?
I think if you play, you start to play when you're a kid, you don't know what you're thinking. You have all the image in your head, but if you start playing when you're big boy, you know this wrong, this good, this bad, this. But if you're a kid, you don't know. You just break a gun and shoot someone. You don't know if this wrong or not wrong.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, you know, sometimes children do not know what is right and what is wrong, what is good and what is bad. So they just look, just watch TV, just play games, and if it's violence, they just like copycat it, you know, and just try to imitate. But when they just become more adult, they have conscious, you know, to know what the bad and what is wrong. So because you just understand, that's why you don't do bad things, you know. Sure. Well, if you just play games, you will not shoot someone. But children just repeat this one when they eat, and maybe those information can stuck in their brains, and when they just get older, they just can do bad things.
All right, very good. Okay, well, thank you guys for coming to this hour's class. My next class, I believe, I'm going to be. So my next hour is going to be my grammar class. After my grammar class, I'm going to be doing another reading, so I'll be going over a short story, and we're really going to focus on reading and our intonations and how we say things within a sentence. So anyway, thank you guys for coming to this class. It was great having you here. Take care. Bye.
Welcome. Thank you.